All right, let's begin. Cheto-darpana-marjanam, bhava-maha-davagni-nirvapanam, Shreyah kairava-chandrika vitaranam, vidyavadu jivanam, anandambudivardhanam pratipradam, purnamrita-swadanam, sarvatma-snapanam param vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. नाम नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्व शक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमितः स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवं मीदृशं यः जानीनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना मानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनि ईश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिरहितुकी स्वयि त्वयि ऐनन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमेव वाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजसित धूलिसदृशं विचिन्तये नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गदगदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निशितं वपु कदा तव नाम गृहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविदेहेण मे आश्लिष्य पादरतां विनष्टु मामदर्शनान् मर्मतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः. We are reading from Adi-lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Last time I finished chapter 14, where we heard about all his childhood pastimes, but I had to read the advent of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We didn't read thoroughly the birth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I want to finish that chapter, and that is chapter 13. So advent of Mahaprabhu, this is what I'm reading, chapter 13. The birth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what happened, how the birthday was celebrated, how many people came, how they all blessed him. So that portion I didn't read last time. So let's finish that. And then from tomorrow onwards, we'll get into his Adi-lila, the adolescent years, and his youth leelas. All right. So chapter 13. Saprasadito Chaitanya Devo Yasya Prasadatah Tallila Varnane Yogya Sadhya Syadadamupiyam. जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य गौरचंद्र जय द्वैत चंद्र जय जय नित्यानंद जय जय गदाधर जय श्रीनिवास जय मुकुंद वासुदेव जय हरिदास. I wish the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy everyone who is fallen can describe the pastimes of the Lord. All glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Chandra, Nityanand Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, Srivas Thakur, Mukunda Prabhu, and Vasudev Prabhu. All glories to Haridas Thakur. All glories to Sarup Damodar and Murari Gupta. All these brilliant moons have together dissipated the darkness of the material world. All glories to the moons who are devotees of the principal moon, Lord Chaitanya Chandra. Their bright moonshine illuminates the entire universe. Thus, I have spoken about the preface of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now I shall describe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in chronological order. Let me first give the synopsis. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, adventing himself in Navadvip, was visible for 48 years. So he calls Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Chaitanya Chandra. And then he says he was visible for 48 years. What do you mean by this? He lived in this planet for 48 years. He is like the moon, meaning the moon is always there, whether visible or not. In your place, in India or other countries, Middle Eastern countries, the moon is visible right now. In my country where I am, the moon is invisible right now. But does that mean the moon is there or not? I am not seeing the moon, but the moon is there. You are seeing it. Similarly, when it is daytime for you, it is nighttime for me. So whether it's day or night, it doesn't really matter. Moon is always there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came on earth. So that time it was say, we can see the moon now, Chaitanya Chandra. But he left the earth after 48 years. Doesn't mean that he's not there. He's still there. So the moon may come, moon may go, but the moon is always there. It is visible for some time and then it becomes invisible. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is compared to the moon. Chaitanya Chandra, Chandra means moon. And he is visible. He was visible on earth for 48 years of his life. When did he came? So they are giving the dates now. In the year 1407 of the Shaka era, that is AD 1486, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. He lived for 48 years and then he disappeared. When? In AD 1534, that is Shaka era, Indian calendar 1455. For 24 years, Lord Chaitanya lived in the Grihastha ashram and always engaging in the pastimes of Sankirtana, Krishna Kirtana Vilasa. After 24 years, he accepted the renounced order of life. And then he resided for 24 years more at Jagannath Puri. Of these last 24 years, he spent 6 years continually touring India. Sometimes in South India, and sometimes in Bengal, and sometimes in Vrindavan. So first 24 years in family life, next 24 years in sannyasa life. Out of the sannyasa life, 6 years touring, preaching, and the 18 years of his life, he was in Jagannath Puri. And what was he doing there? Krishna Prema Namamrite Bhasala Sakela. He was only chanting Krishna name and he inundated everybody with the name of Krishna in the flood of love of Krishna. All his family pastimes, when he was in the family life, is mentioned in Adi-lila. His latter pastimes were known as Madhya-lila, and the Antya-lila or the middle, and his later pastimes are known as the Madhya-lila, and Antya-lila is the final pastimes. So we are in Adi-lila still. All the pastimes enacted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were recorded in his Adi-lila form by Murari Gupta. The later pastime, that is the Madhya-lila and the Antya-lila, were recorded by his secretary Sarup Damodar Goswami and thus kept within a book. By seeing and hearing the notes recorded by these two great personalities, a Vaishnav, a devotee of the Lord, can know these pastimes one after another. In his original pastimes, there are 4 divisions: Balya, Pauganda, Kaishora, and Yavana. That is childhood, early boyhood, later boyhood, and youth. So Bhagwan's age is at youth. He's always looking youthful. He doesn't turn old. Sarvasada guna purnam tam vande falguna purnimam yasyam Shri Krishna Chaitanyo vatarinaha Krishna namabihi. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the full moon evening in the month of Falgun. So in the month of Falgun he came. And an auspicious time of full of auspicious symptoms when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented himself with the chanting of the holy name. On the full moon evening of the month of Falgun, when the Lord took birth, coincidentally, there was a lunar eclipse. Hari Hari Bale Loka Harshita Haya Janmila Chaitanya Prabhu Nama Janamaya. So before his birth, it was a full moon day, but there was a lunar eclipse. So in India, it is a tradition. If there is an eclipse, everybody should sit at home and chant Any mantra chanted during eclipse gives results like 1,000 million times. So eclipse is considered very auspicious for us. So that day before his birth, it was lunar eclipse. So the entire village is only chanting Hari Hari, and with so many people chanting together with the name of Hari. And when it became the full moon, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented. At his birth, in his childhood and his early and later boyhood, as well as his youth, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, under different pleas, induced people to chant the holy name of Krishna. बाल्य भाव चले प्रभु करे न क्रंदना कृष्ण हरि नाम सुनी रहिया रहिया रोदना. So first of all, he takes birth. Before that, people are chanting Hari name, and then he's a small baby, and then he cries. When he's crying loudly, the only way he can be pacified is when everybody starts singing Hari Hari. So everybody has to chant the names of Krishna and Hari, and then he would stop crying. अथैव हरि हरि बले नारी गान देखिते ऐसे ये बा सर्व बंधु जाना. All the friendly ladies who came to see the child would chant the holy names Hari Hari as soon as the child would cry. When all the ladies saw this fun, they enjoyed laughing and then started calling him Gaura Hari, because he was enjoying. His name was Nimai because he was born under the neem tree. Then now his name is his grandfather put his name as Vishwambhara, and then now his name is Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari means this fair boy. Gaur means fair. Gora means fair. This boy who likes to hear the name of Hari. So let's keep his name as Gaura Hari. So Gaur Hari became one of his names. His childhood lasted until the date of Hate Khadi, the beginning of his education. So he was a baby, then he grew up, then he had to go to school, nursery, kindergarten. So till that time, his childhood is there, till 5 years of age. And then Hate Khadi is the initiation ceremony to go to school. So you give them the chalk. Khadi means chalk. You give them a chalk and you ask them to write, and that is the initiation ceremony for admission to school. So now his childhood begins from here. So his childhood lasted until the date of Hate Khadi, the beginning of his education, and his age from the end of his childhood until he was married is called Pauganda. So Pauganda-lila will come tomorrow. After his marriage, his youth began, and his youth he induced everyone to chant Nama Sankirtan. So these two leelas we are going to hear tomorrow. Pauganda and youth leela will do it together. So Pauganda is the age. So he was a baby, then he grew up, then he went to school. Then after the school, he got married, and after that, after his marriage, his youth began. During his Pauganda age, he became a serious student and also taught disciples. In this way, he used to explain the holy name of Krishna everywhere. Sutra vritti panjitika Krishne te tatparya Shishena pratitaya prabhava ascharya. He was a very amazing student, extraordinary student. All the teachers used to be surprised at the way he used to understand the gist of things and how he used to correlate everything with Krishna. So he was showing Krishna in everything. Even somebody is teaching them grammar, he will somehow correlate grammar to Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught his disciples about the glories of Lord Krishna. All explanations culminated in Krishna, and his disciples would understand them very easily. Thus, his influence was very wonderful. So he is learning from his teachers in the same way, and then he's teaching others. Everything that he would explain will be in context with Krishna. यारे देखे तारे कहे कहे कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण नाम भाए सैला नवदीप ग्राम. Wherever, whomever he met, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a student, who he asked whomever he met to chant Krishna name, and in this way he inundated the whole town of Navadvip with the chant of Krishna, 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 He. Navadvip Dham is made up of 9 islands. So these 9 islands are in 32 square miles, and they are surrounded by different branches of Ganges. So the entire 9 islands was right now inundated with the name of Krishna. All right. Kishora vayase arambhila sankirtan ratradina preme nitya sange bhaktagana. And just before his youthful life, just before his marriage, he began doing Sankirtan. He started his Sankirtan movement. Day and night, he would dance in ecstasy with his devotees. Nagare nagare brahme kirtaniya kariya basaile tribhuvana prema bhakti diya. And his Sankirtan movement, he would take everybody to every part of the town, and everybody is chanting the holy names of Krishna, and the Lord wandered everywhere. In this way, he inundated the whole world by the love of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived in this Navadvip area for 24 years. He induced every person to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and thus merge in the love of Krishna. 26 अवतार किला छिला करिया संन्यास भक्तगण लाया कैला नीला चले वास. So 24 years this went on. After 24 years, he became a sannyasi, and then he went to Jagannath Puri along with his devotees. For the next 6 years, he went on touring touring everywhere, and he distributed the love of Godhead by chanting and dancing. The activities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his travels after accepting sannyasa are his main pastimes. His activities during his remaining 18 years are called Antya-lila, or the final portion of his pastimes. For 6 of 18 years, he continuously stayed in Jagannath Puri. He regularly performed kirtan, inducing all the devotees to love Sri Krishna simply by chanting and dancing. For the remaining 12 years, he stayed in Jagannath Puri. He taught everyone how to taste the transcendental mellow ecstasy of love of Krishna by tasting it himself. Day and night, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt separation from Krishna. Manifesting symptoms of separation, he cried and talked very inconsistently like a madman. When we go to Antya-lila, we'll see what he's now giving us a synopsis. He would go literally mad in Radha Bhav, and he would cry loudly, beat up his head against the wall. Shri Radhara pralapa yaiche uddhava darshane seimata unmada pralap kare ratri dine. As Shri Radharani talked inconsistently when she met Uddhav, so also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished both day and night such ecstatic talks in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And his sadhana in this mood, because this mood is called Rasopasana. Being in that Radha Ras, being in that, what is Radha Ras? The Prem Ras. He was giving Prem Ras to everybody, the nectar of Prem, the nectar of love. And where does it originate? It comes from Radharani. So he's in the mood of Radharani all the time. And to enhance that mood, he used to read certain books. Who were they? Vidyapati, Jayadeva, Vidyapati. He has very beautiful padas, Vidyapati. Okay. And then Jayadeva is famous for his Geet Govinda. Chandidasa's Gita. And he would relish these songs amongst his confidential associates like Sri Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Got it? So 3 names I have read. Geet Govind is my favorite. I've done the sadhana of Geet Govinda. I used to go to Vrindavan, sit near Mansarovar and read the entire Ashtapadi for Radharani. That is, when we do Geet Govind, all the padas, it is describing about the love between Radha and Krishna. And it is so ecstatic. It is describing their separation. At the same time, their union. They are in front of each other. Yet at that very moment, they experience separation for some reasons. I've explained all this Ashtapadi. There is a playlist on the channel. It's a very, very old one. In future, hopefully, I'll explain this again one time in English. It's so beautiful. Each and every Ashtapadi, it will stir emotions in you. Strong emotions. Like you feel like you are that Sakhi. Sometimes going to Radharani, sometimes explaining, Shri Krishna, why are you guys fighting like this? Why are you guys cannot live without each other. And why are you not coming and meeting each other? And they want to meet. But even before meeting, they faint. Oh, it's such a beautiful explanation. The whole Ashtapadi, 24 Ashtapadi. And the sadhana is not to read it for yourself. This is not any entertainment. These Ashtapadis have to be read for Jagannath Ji. So this is the sadhana. Read the Ashtapadi for Jagannath Ji. Jagannath Ji just loves this Geet Govind. He loves it so much that he wears a dress. Whatever dress you see, whatever the clothes that he's wearing in Jagannath Puri, all the clothes will have Ashtapadi written in them. So there are 24 Ashtapadis. So in 24 days, he'll wear all the Ashtapadi dhotis. Okay. And there are weavers who are specialized, Khandani, hereditary, it is going on from generations, from the time the mandir was established. So these weavers are specialized in these dhotis and they actually weave these Ashtapadis in the dhotis. And that is what Jagannath Ji wears. I was very lucky to get a small dhoti which has the Ashtapadi woven in it. And I also was very lucky to get a dhoti which was worn by Jagannath Ji. Even till date, that dhoti has that smell of Ashtagandha. Even it's more than 5-6 years, I've kept it safely. Even till date, I can smell the Ashtagandha smell in there. So, Bhagwan Jagannath Ji just loves Geet Govind. And the sadhana is to sing the Geet Govind to him. Okay? All right. And then Vidyapati's books are also very good. But his language is more of Maithili. It's a little difficult language to understand, but it is very good too. All right. Let's go. Krishnera viyogayata prema chestita asvadiya purna kaila apana vanchita. In separation from Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished all these ecstatic activities and thus he fulfilled his own desires. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are unlimited. How can a small living entity elaborate about those transcendental pastimes? If Sheshnaga Ananta personally were to make the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya into sutras, even with his thousands of mouths, there is no possibility he could find their limit. Devotees like Swarup Damodar, Murari Gupta have recorded all the principal pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in the form of notes after deliberate consideration. The notes kept by Swarup Damodar, we will hear about all Swarup Damodar and everybody as we get into Antya-lila. He was always with them, always with him, taking care of Mahaprabhu. So, they have written notes. So, Swarup Damodar and Murari Gupta wrote notes about his life. And all of that, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has compiled. And these notes have also been elaborately described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, the other book written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And already Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has told us already that he's just trying to fill in the volumes. Wherever Vrindavan Das Thakur missed, all those things he's recording in this book. The transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya have actually been relished by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. I am simply trying to chew the remnants of food left by him. My dear devotees, now let me write a synopsis of the Adi-lila. I write of these pastimes in brief because it is not possible to describe them in full. To fulfill a particular desire within his mind, Lord Krishna Vajendra Kumara decided to descend this planet after mature contemplation. आगे अवतारी लाए ये गुरु परिवार, संक्षेपे कहिए कहा नया विस्तार. Lord Krishna decided, I will come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But even before he comes, he sends his whole, all the people, all the family of the superiors, and all of them descended. And he requested his devotees to precede him. So who all came? His mother, Sachi Devi, his father, Jagannath Mishra, his teacher, Madhavendra Puri, Keshav Bharti, Ishwar Puri, Advait Acharya. They all came, and then along with him came Srivasa Pandit, Acharya Ratna, Vidyanidhi, and then Thakur Haridas. There was Upendra Mishra, who was from Sri Hatta. He was a great Lord of devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he was a very rich man and a scholar and full of good qualities. Upendra Mishra had 7 sons: Kamsari, Paramananda, Padmanabha, Sarveshwar, Jagannath, Janardhan, Trilokanath, Jagannath Mishra. All of them decided to reside on the banks of Nadia. Jagannath Mishra was designated as Purandara, exactly like Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. He was an ocean full of good qualities. So Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi are the parents. Sachi Devi is a chaste woman, very much devoted to her husband. Sachi Devi's father's name was Nilambar Chakravarti. Nilambar Chakravarti was the one who saw the marks, the divine features of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he said, he is not ordinary, he is extraordinary. So all these people have come. Then in Radha Deshe Jan Mila Thakur Nityananda, Gangadas Pandita, Gupta Murari Mukunda. And in Radha Deshe, Nityananda Prabhu was visible. Radha Deshe is known as Ek Chakra. When we go to Mayapur, a little far from there is Ek Chakra. So in Ek Chakra, Nityananda Prabhu he appeared. And then along with him, Gangadas Pandit, Murari Gupta, and Mukunda, they also appeared. Asankhya Bhaktera Karaila Avatar, Sheshe Avatirna Haile Vrajendra Kumar. Lord Krishna Vrajendra Kumar first caused countless devotees to appear, and lastly, he appeared himself. Before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees used to gather at Advait Acharya's house. And in these meetings of the Vaishnavas, Advait Acharya used to recite the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, decrying the paths of philosophical speculation, fruitive activities, and establishing the super excellence of devotional service. In all the revealed scriptures, devotional service to Lord Krishna is explained throughout. Therefore, devotees of Lord Krishna do not recognize the process of philosophical speculation, mystic yoga, unnecessary austerity, and so-called religious rituals. They do not accept any other process other than bhakti. In the house of Advaita Acharya, everybody is together, discussed Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and took pleasure in discussing about the topics of Krishna. They used to worship Krishna and always take Krishna's name and do the Nam Sankirtan. Even though this was happening with some of the people who were in Advaita Acharya's house, but we know Advaita Acharya was deeply pained looking at the state of the world. Everybody was becoming Kali-yugi. So he saw the condition and he was very pained, and therefore he decided that only when Sri Krishna appears in this world, then only liberation will be possible for everyone. And we all have heard in the past that Advaita Acharya took it upon himself, and then he started offering tulsi dal and water to Bhagwan to please him and ask him to descend on earth. Krishna avatari te acharya pratignya karaya, Krishna puja kare tulsi ganga jal diya. Bhagwan says in Gita, how is he pleased? Just four things. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yoma bhaktya prachati tadaham bhakti uparitam asnami prayatatmana. If somebody gives me just water, just some tulsi leaves, just some flowers, just some fruits, I'm very happy with them. So Advaita Acharya gave them. By loud cries, he invited Krishna, and thus his repeated invitation attracted Lord Krishna to descend. Before the birth of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachi Mata gave birth to 8 daughters, but none of them survived. All the 8 of them died. Jagannath Mishra was very, very unhappy at the death of his children. Therefore, desiring a son, he also worshipped Lord Vishnu. And then, because of Jagannath Mishra's worship, a son was born. Who was he? The elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His name is Vishwarupa. Tabe putra janamila Vishwarupa nama Mahagunavan tena Baladeva dhama. After this, Jagannath Mishra got a son of the name Vishwarupa, who was very powerful and highly qualified, just like Balrama. He was the incarnation of Baladev. We know about Baldev. Baldev is an incarnation of Sheshnag. Putra Pranadam Pati Haila Anandita Mana Visheshe Sevana Kare Govinda Charana. So Jagannath Mishra, he prayed to Lord Vishnu, and then this son was born, and they were very happy that and they kept his name as Vishwarupa, and they were very pleased in their minds. Because of their pleasure, they specifically began to offer service at the lotus feet of Govinda. And then, with that one hope, they started praying one more time. And then, in the year 1406 AD, 1485, Lord Krishna entered the bodies of both Jagannath Mishra and Sachi. Mishra kahe Sachi sthane dekhiya narita Jyotirmaya deha geha Lakshmi adhishtita. So Bhagavan has already entered with his energy in Sachi Mata, and Sachi Mata was glowing. Jagannath Mishra saw, and Jagannath Mishra is like, oh Sachi, I am seeing such wonderful things in you. You are glowing. Your body is effulgent, as if the goddess of fortune is staying personally in you. And in that form, you are like Lakshmi staying in my home. And wherever I am going, people are giving me so much respect. Whether he was a Brahmana. So he says, I am not asking anything. But voluntarily, people are giving me riches, clothing and paddy. There is some big change. Sachi Mata then looked at him and told her husband, Sachi kahe mui dekho akasha upare divya murti lok sab ye nastuti kare. He said, yes, O Prabhu, even when I look at the sky, I sometimes see there are all these divine celestial beings and who are offering prayers. Jagannath Mishra and the husband and wife are talking like this. What is happening? Jagannath Mishra kahe swapna ye dekhila Jyotirmaya dhama mora hridaya pashila. He says, oh, you saw like this? Celestial beings offering prayers? Oh, Shachi, even I had a dream. And in that dream, I saw effulgent abode of the Lord. And that abode entered my heart. And then from my heart, that abode entered into your heart, O Sachi. And therefore, maybe I am concluding with all this happenings around us that maybe a great personality will soon take birth. After this conversation, both of them were very happy, and they, with more joy, they started offering service to their shalagram. And in this way, now the pregnancy approached its 13th month. So it was not an ordinary pregnancy, like not like us, 9th month or 10th month. No, for 13th month, she was pregnant. She carried him 13 months. But still, there was no delivery, no sign of the delivery of the child. Thus, Jagannath Mishra became apprehensive. Nilambar Chakravarti was consulted. Nilambar Chakravarti is the Nana, is the grandfather of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the father of Shachi Mata, and he was a great astrologer. So they asked him, what is happening? It's already 13th month. The child has still not come. Can you please consult the horoscope? Can you please give us some idea what the horoscope is saying? And in that, when will he come? So Nilambar Chakravarti did an astrological calculation and said that in that very month, taking advantage of an auspicious moment, the child would take birth. Do not worry, Sachi and Jagannath. And that auspicious moment is AD 1485 in the month of Falgun, which is February and March. So we are in March. Okay. In the evening of full moon day, the desired auspicious moment arrived. And then the astrological calculations, his Rashi has been given. According to Jyotirveda, Jyotisha, or Vedic astrology, the auspicious birth moment is described as follows. The moon was in Leo, the figure of a lion. Leo was the ascendant. Several planets were strongly positioned, and the Shadvarga and the Ashtavarga showed all auspicious influences. So those who know the astrology, they'll know. When the spotless moon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became visible, what would be the need for a moon full of black marks on his body? Considering this, Rahu, the black planet, covered the full moon, and immediately the vibrations of Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari inundated all the three worlds. All the people chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra during this eclipse, and their minds were struck with wonder. जगत भरी आलोके बले हरि हरि सेईक्ष शने कौर Krishna bhume avatari. When the whole world was chanting like this, the holy name of Sri Krishna, Hari Hari, at that same time, the Hari, who is Krishna, he came down, he advented himself as Lord Gaurahari. Lord Gaurahari ki jai. He advented, and then the eclipse was gone. The eclipse was because when Bhagwan himself, who is the biggest moon, he himself is adventing. What is the use of this worldly moon? Let's cover him up. Let people chant Hare Krishna. Let people chant Krishna's name. Let people welcome him with the name of the transcendental name. And that's why Rahu went and just covered the moon. And then when he advented, Rahu left. The eclipse was done. The whole world was pleased. And at that time, there was another beauty. Bengal was ruled by Muslim rulers. And there were a lot of Muslims all around. So these people are chanting Hari Hari. Okay. And the Muslims, they disliked it. And they would jokingly, be sarcastic. Oh, what are these people? Always they are saying Hari, 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 Hari. Okay. So people are chanting, doing Sankirtan, Hari Hari, and the Muslims are also joking. What are they saying? Hari Hari, every time Hari Hari. We are done hearing Hari Hari. All the time there is only one sound, Hari Hari. So they were also jokingly imitating the words. So Hari Bali Nari Gana Dei Hula Huli Swarge Vadya Nitya Kare Deva Kutuhali. While all the ladies vibrated the name of Hari in the earth, the heavenly planets also, they started dancing, and music were going on for all the denizens of celestial heavens. And in this atmosphere, all the 10 directions became jubilant as the waves of rivers. Moreover, all beings, moving and non-moving being, were overwhelmed with transcendental bliss. Nadiya Udayagiri, Purnachandra Gaurahari. Nadiya Udayagiri, Purnachandra Gaurahari. Kripa Kari Haila Udaya. Papatama Haila Nasha, Rijagatera Ullasa, Jagabhari Hari Dwani Haya. He says, Nadiya Udayagiri, Purnachandra Gaur Hari. Oh, in Nadia, in this little village, Gaur Hari appeared. Kripakali Haila Udaya. He appeared to bless everybody. Papa Tama Haila Nasha. Now all the ignorance, all the sins are gone away. Three Jagatera Ullasa. All the three worlds are happy right now because of him. Jagabhari, Hari Dhvani Haya. The entire world was only vibrating the sound of Hari, 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 Hari. Se kale nijalaya, utiya dvaitaraya, nitya karyanandita mane. Haridasa laye sanga, humkar kirtan range, kene nache keha, nahi jane. Advaita Acharya was at his home and he felt it. And he got up from his seat. He was praying and he started dancing. And along with them, there was Haridas Thakur along with him. He also started dancing and both of them are dancing. Why they were dancing, nobody could understand. Nobody can understand. देखे उपराग हसी शीघ्र गंगा घाटे हसी आनंद करीला गंगा स्नान पाया उपराग चले अपनार मनोबले ब्राह्मणेर दीला नानादान. Seeing the lunar eclipse and laughing, Advaita and Acharya and Haridas Thakur, they both went to the Ganges. They took a bath in great jubilation and taking advantage of this lunar eclipse. Advaita Acharya, by his mental strength in his mind, he distributed various types of charity to the Brahmanas. Jagat Anandamaya, dekhi mane sa vismaya, tare tore kahe Haridasa. तुम्हारा ऐछन रंग मोरा न मन प्रसन्न देखी की चुकारिये आछे भासा. Haridas Thakur is watching. The whole world is happy. He was astonished. And then indirectly he expressed to Advaita Acharya, your dancing and distributing charity are very pleasing to me. I can understand that there is something specific, some special purpose behind your actions. And then suddenly they both see on the banks of Ganges, two people are coming. Who? Acharya Ratna Srivasa, Haila Mane Sukholasa, Yei Snana Kaila, Ganga Jale. Acharya Ratna Chandrasekhar is coming and Srivas Thakur is also coming. They are also going to the bank of Ganges and taking bath in the waters. And they are also very happy. And they are also chanting the Krishna mantra. And they are also giving charities by their mind. Slowly, all the devotees came out from their houses in the Ganges. And they are all chanting jubilantly, doing Nagar Sankirtan. And they are all giving charities to Brahmanas in their mind on the plea of lunar eclipse, and their minds were overwhelmed with joy. All sorts of respectable Brahmana, gentlemen and ladies carrying plates filled with various gifts came with their presentation to Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi's house. They came, oh, they had a baby. Let's go and give gifts to the baby. And all the ladies, they collected some gift and they came to their house to congratulate them. And this newborn child, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was so beautiful. How was he? Brahmana Sajjana Nari, Nana Dravya Thali Bhari, Ahila Sabe Yao, तुकलाइया ये न कंच सोना द्युति देखी बालकेरा मूर्ति आशीर्वाद करे सुख पाइया. They're saying, oh, this baby, he is like Kanchana Sona Dyuti. He is radiating light like gold, golden complexion. He resembled glaring gold, and all of the ladies were so happy. All of them are blessing, Ashirvad, Ashirvad, may you long live. So everybody's very happy. Dressing themselves as the wives of Brahmana, even the celestial ladies who are in the heaven. They said, we also have to go. We also have to give our blessings. We also have to see. So they came down on earth, but in a disguise. They all disguised themselves as Brahmana ladies, and they all came. The wives of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Narsingadev, King Indra, Vasishtha Rishi, along with Rambha, the dancing girls of heaven, they all came with various gifts. In the outer space, all the demigods, including the inhabitants of Gandharva-loka, Siddha-loka, Charan-loka, offered their prayers and danced to the accompaniment of music, songs, and beating of drums. Similarly, in Navadip city, all the professional dancers, musicians, blessers, all of them gathered there, and all of them started dancing in great jubilation. It was so crowded, so many people coming that people don't even know who is coming, who are these people. They don't realize, they don't even recognize, because all of them have come under disguise, right, from every loka. So there was a crowd coming and going, nobody's knowing who is who, but everybody's dancing, singing, enjoying, and blessing Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. And then they do not know this is Bhagwan himself, so they are blessing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the baby Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Or when Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi saw all this, they were very, very overwhelmed with joy. Chandrasekhar Acharya and Shivas Thakur, they both came to Jagannath Mishra and drew his attention in various ways. So after everybody was doing all this dancing and all, Acharya Ratna came, and then they did some ritualistic ceremonies which has to be supposed to be done at the time of birth. And according to the religious principles, Jagannath Mishra then gave charity to everybody. Whatever riches Jagannath Mishra collected in the form of gifts and presentations, and whatever he had in his house, he distributed among the Brahmanas, the professional singers, dancers, bhattas, and the poor. He honored them all by giving them riches in charity. So, see, they're not very rich. They're Brahmanas. So Brahmanas, whatever they get, that is what they can give. So whatever he could give, he gave as charity to everybody. After that, Shivas Thakur's wife came. Her name was Malini. Shivasera Brahmani, Namatara Malini, Acharya Ratnera, Patni Sange, Sindura Haridra Taila, Kaila Kala Nari Kela, Diye Pujanari, Ganarange. Wife of Shivas Thakur also came. Her name was Malini. She was with the wife of Chandrasekhar Acharya and other ladies. They also came there, and in great happiness, they worshipped the baby with kumkum, vermilion, turmeric, oil, fused rice, bananas, and coconuts. So all of them have come. Then Advaita Acharya comes. One day, shortly after he was born, next day, Advaita Acharya Bharya Jagata Pujita Arya Namatara Sita Thakurani Acharyera Agya Paya Gela Upahar Laya Dekhite Balaka Shiromani. One day, shortly after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, Advaita Acharya's wife, Sita Devi Thakurani, who is worshipable by the whole world, took her husband's permission, and then she went to see the topmost child with all kinds of gifts and presentation. So it appears that Advaita Acharya had two different houses, one at Shantipur and one at Navadvipa. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, Advaita Acharya was residing not at his Navdipa house, but in a Shantipur house. Therefore, from Advaita's old paternal house in Shantipura, Sita came to Navdip to present gifts to the newborn child, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What did she give? सुवर्णेरकरी बाउली रजत मुद्रा पाशूली सुवर्णेर अंगद कंकण दुबाहु ते दिव्य शंख रजतेर माला बंक स्वर्ण मुद्रारा nanahar gana. She brought different kind of golden ornaments, including armlets. It's very customary to give armlets to small babies in India. So she got these armlets. Then she got some necklaces. She also got anklets for small baby Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just imagine small baby Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all golden complexion, wearing golden armlets, golden anklets, golden chain, and bangles for the hands. Then there were also tiger nails set in gold. So this was also very customary to put tiger nails as pendant or sometimes as armlets to prevent any negative energy coming near. That's why. So there were also tiger nails set in gold. Then there was waist belts which were made out of silk and ornaments for the hands and legs. There were nicely printed silken saris and a child's garment also made up of silk. Many other riches, including gold and silver coins, were also presented to the child. So, riding in palkin, covered with cloth and accompanied by maid servants, Sita Thakurani came to the house of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi, and she brought all these auspicious articles with her. And along with all these gifts, there was fresh grass, paddy, gorochan, turmeric, kumkum, and sandalwood. All this presentation filled with large caskets. So these were all customary things. It's called Vastra Gupta Dola. So in this, all these things has to be given. This was a custom in Bengal. When Sita Thakurani came to the house of Sachi Devi, bringing with her many kinds of eatables, dresses, and other gifts, she was astonished to see the newborn child. For she appreciated that except for a difference in color, the Lord was exactly like Krishna from Gokula. She said, Sarva anga sunirmana, suvarna pratima bhaya, sarva anga sulakshana maya. बालकेर दिव्य ज्योति देखी पहला बाहु प्रीति वात्सल्य ये ते द्रविला हृदय. So she looks at the baby, Sita Thakurani, and says, Oh Sachi, the baby is so cute. He looks like baby Krishna, except his color is different. Krishna would be dark. He is just golden complexion. And then she touches his hands, and every limb she touches. And she's very happy. And then she says, each of his limbs are full of auspicious signs. Well, she is the wife of Advaita Acharya, okay? So she's not ordinary. She's also very intelligent. She's touching everything and she's saying, his limbs are full of auspicious signs, resembling the form of gold. And she's very pleased. And she's a lady. So of course, the moment she held him in her lap, she's feeling the maternal affection for him. And then she started crying out of love, and as if her tears were melting. And then, as a mother would bless, she started blessing him. She says, Durvadhanya dila sirshe, kaila bahu ashishe, chiraj vihayo dui bhai. Dakini sankhini haite, sanka upajila chitte, darena mathuila nimahi. Then she said, she blessed the newborn child by placing grass and paddy on his head. That is also customary. So certain grasses, they carry certain radiations and which will purify things around you. which are used in puja, kusha grass, etc. So she had all these grasses. She knew. So all the paddy grasses and some of the special grasses which are used for puja, she just took, and then she, took over his head. The babies, both the babies, the brother also and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. And then she blessed both of them together. And then she said, may both of you be blessed with long duration of life. And she also gave them the name Nimai. She gave him the name Nimai. Nimai means neem tree. All right. And then on the day the mother and the son bathed and left the maternity home, Sita Thakurani gave them all kind of ornaments and garments, and then also honored Jagannath Mishra. Then Sita Thakurani, being honored by mother Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra, was greatly happy within her mind and thus returned home. So Sita Thakurani stayed there because there is a ritual on the 5th day after the birth of the child. And also on the 9th day, the mother bathes either in the Ganges or in any other sacred place. So this is called Nishkraman, or the ceremony of coming out of the maternity home. So this customs are still followed. So the bathing ceremony. So after the bathing ceremony also, Sitarani Thakurani was there, and she gave a lot of gifts and everything. In this way, Mother Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra, having obtained a son who was the husband of Goddess of Fortune, had all their desires fulfilled. Their houses were always filled with riches and grains. And as they saw the beloved body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, day after day, their pleasure increased. Jagannath Mishra was an ideal Vaishnava. He was peaceful, restrained in the sense gratification, pure and controlled. Therefore, he had no desire to enjoy material opulence. Whatever money came by its own accord, because of the influence of his transcendental son, he was not greedy. So the money that came, a lot of money started coming in. He started giving it in charity to Brahmanas for the satisfaction of Vishnu. We should learn this. Money is not bad. We should have enough money to do what? To do charities. So here, even though money is coming now, but he is not greedy. He's self-controlled. And what he's doing? He's distributing all the money to whoever is needy and the Brahmanas. Why is he doing that? For satisfaction of Vishnu. This is what we have learned in Gita. Why do we live? What do we do with everything that we have? We use it as service to Lord for the satisfaction of Vishnu. After calculating, the Nilambar Chakravarti came, the Nana, the grandfather, maternal grandfather. He did the astrological calculations of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then privately said to Jagannath Mishra, "Oh Jagannath, I saw your son's horoscope and I have made the horoscope at exactly his birth moment. And I'm telling you now, your son is extraordinary. He is going to deliver all the 3 worlds." In this way, Kaviraj Goswami says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came out of his causeless mercy and made his advent at the house of Sachi Devi. Lord Chaitanya is very merciful to anyone who hears this narration of his birth. So all of you who have heard this, he's very merciful. He's going to be very merciful, and you will experience the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And thus such a person attains the lotus feet of the Lord. Anyone who attains a human body but does not take to the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is baffled in his opportunity. Amrita Dhuni is a flowing river of nectar of his devotional service. If after getting a human body, one drinks the water in a poison pit of material happiness, instead of water of such a river, it would be better for him not to have lived, but to have died long ago. So we are very blessed to hear this narration of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I'm telling you, as you enter into Madhya-lila, Antya-lila, the love that will flow out of these writings. Right now we are just as Balya-lila and Pagan-lila. This is like little synopsis. But those leelas, literally your heart will fill with love. So what he is claiming, it happens. So we have to take the advantage of this mercy. Now we come to the end of the chapter. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Acharya Advaita Chandra Swarupa Rupa Raghunath Dasa Ihara Sabara Shri Charana Shire Vandini Jadhana Janmalila Gaila Krishnadas. Now Krishnadas Kaviraj says, taking on my head as my own property the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Acharya Advaita Chandra, Swarup Damodar Rupa Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami, I, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, have thus described the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-lila, 13th chapter, describing the advent of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus we come to the end of this chapter. Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastimes, I already discussed in the previous class. So tomorrow, we will be covering two chapters, chapter 15 and 16, which is Lord's Paganda-lila, and then Lord's youthful lila till his marriage. All right, so we'll end it up here now. Let me see your comments, and then we'll stop. All right, all Jai Ma to everybody. Geet Govind, he has shared the old link. And then Jayanti says, thank you, Ma. You all are welcome. May all your days and night be Chaitanya mein. Radhe Radhe. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri